Hey, everybody, it's Allison Gill. You know me from the Daily Beans, or maybe you've seen me on the breakdown over at the Midas Touch Network. No Kings 2 is this Saturday, and it's going to be massive. There are over 2,500 rallies and marches planned around the country and globally. We've got a lot of support from overseas, and there's going to be a lot of people out there. Now, I myself have complex PTSD and generalized anxiety disorder, and so I wanted to share a couple of tips and tricks that I use to be able to go out and be in large crowds if maybe that's not really your jam. So, first of all, I like to remind myself that I am free to leave anytime I want. I am in control of how long I stay at the march. And that is really helpful to have that control in your mind and to know that it's up to you. That's very important to stave off a lot of my anxiety because my anxiety comes from feeling like I'm not in control of a specific situation, but I am in charge of when I leave. And when I leave, I like to have an exit plan already mapped out before I even get there. And the last time I actually did not use my exit plan, but just having it made me feel better and less anxious. And so, it might be as simple as, hey, 3/4 of the way through the route, if you want to duck down this street and grab an Uber, there's one way. Maybe a quarter of the way through, here's another exit area where you can leave, so that it's nice to know that you can leave whenever you want. But if you have a plan on how to leave, it makes it even better. Also, I like to map out friendly businesses along the route, whether it's a coffee house or a bakery or a bagel shop, somewhere I can duck in out of the noise and out of the crowds to sort of take a minute to regroup where it's quieter. And I also love to have some money on me so that I can be a patron of these businesses and support the small businesses in my community that are open during these events. I also like to bring my earbuds or wear earplugs so that if the noise gets to be too much, I can just pop those in and sort of zone out for a minute and be in my own space. I also like to bring a friend. It's nice to have a buddy there that you can hold their hand or maybe get a pat on the back when you're feeling a little extra anxious. It's always nice to have a friend. I also like to practice diaphragm breathing, which is in through the nose for a count of 5, out through the mouth for a count of 7, or whatever is comfortable for you. There's also something I employ called EFT tapping. So if you ever see anybody kind of tapping on their face or their collarbone, that's what that is. And it instantly makes me feel better. And I have no idea why. But like if I'm ducking into a coffee house and I do the tap, it's a forehead, side of the eye, under the eye, upper lip, chin, right here on the breastbone, and then your collarbone. I don't know why. Works wonders for me. I don't even generally have to get past here, and I'm fine. It's brilliant. I'm going to look at more information as to why that works, but it does. Also, you can join virtually. You can have a friend call you on FaceTime while they're there, or there are going to be virtual events live streaming from organizations like 5051 and Indivisible that you can watch and enjoy from the comfort of your own home. And then the last thing I like to do is when I get home, I allow for a winding down period because I need time to rest and recharge when I'm around that many people and sort of take in what I've just seen, and maybe journal a little bit. So I like to take the rest of the day off and not go back to work or to any functions or events where I'll be around people until the next morning. That's for me, but however long you need, you might want to plan for that. It's kind of like at the end of a vacation. You don't, want to go back to work immediately. Like, give yourself a minute, right? So anyway, those are my tips. If you have any tips that have worked for you, please reply with them in the comment section and let everybody know what works for you. It's going to be different for different people, but I wanted to share mine with you. So thank you very much, and we'll see you Saturday at No Kings.